All right, so I'm live here with Assimilate Swift, and I'm going to get right into it, share my screen here, and here we go. So I had some serious problems before with Swift in terms of being able to get a command line tool working. I've just really struggled, and maybe today will be the day that I get this thing to work. So this is where I left off before. I've got a dev container. I got all this stuff set up. So it looks like it's pretty good to start with. I'm going to make a new one, make a nice beefy machine here, and let's get cooking. So again, my mission for today is to build out a environment that is able to programmatically call command line tools, right? So I want to build a command line tool in Swift, and I've really struggled with this before. While this thing is building, let's actually double check that we can set up pre-built containers. I didn't do this. That's why it's so slow. So let's go back to this and make it do the pre-build. And we can also go to runs here and I think it's this. This is the status badge. There we go. And let's put this inside. So we have some inkling that it's using pre-builds. Okay, good. That's working. And then the next thing is we'll look at the log. So this is, again, the reason to do the pre-builds is it takes a long time to get all this stuff set up. One thing that is annoying is that I haven't been able to get this command line tool working. So I'm curious if this will be the day. So while this is building, let's also look at what else I got configured here in the dev container. So we got Swift. Oh, okay. So I'm using Swift community build. And here's a Docker file, the variants, update the variant argument to pick a Swift version. Okay, so let's double check. Let's see, like, if we say, here we go. Let's look at this. Let's look at this container. That's good. There's some documentation. I like that. Here we go. Looking good here. Variant 4. And this looks like it was updated 3 months ago. Library scripts. No Debian. Interesting. But if I go to dev container, yeah, this is the one we're using. Okay, great. So let's go back to this repo. So we got 52 weeks of Swift running, and let's get in here. So let's just double check Swift is there. It is. You can see if I wanted to play around with it, I could. Now the last place I left off is exits. I don't actually know how you exit out of here. Maybe the backslash is the way to go. But basically, I think if I went to where I was at before, was that I wanted to create an executable using the Swift package manager, and I have just mightily struggled to do that. And so let's go back. I would say, what approach should I use? Should I create a new directory and try that? Swift package init, add package, current problems, code defining this source control file. Next time, follow this. Okay. So I did see this. This is somebody's blog post. Let's take a look at it real quick and let's see if this will help us out. So this is a long time ago, which is troubling. And maybe this works. So project setup, public command. Let's see if we can find anything newer on this since the last time that I worked out. So this one apparently is a project that I could play around with. So first we create our tool. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if I can build this out. So let's do this. We'll call this November 14th example. And first step, what do we want to do? Make a calculator directory. Although there is one already there. So let's say get rm calculator. Let's do the old one. Let's start again. Git commit. Moving old calculator. Beautiful. Git stash. Git commit. Go. So we'll just leave the stash. I always forget with stash. Say git stash pop. What is it you do? Do I do that? Let's do that. Pop. There you go. And pull. Yeah, looks like things are good. So we're going to do this. Make directory and cd into account. Balances. Oh no, we're going to do this. We're going to make directory calculator and cd into it. So we're going to do that command. All right. And now I'm going to make an executable here. Package init, make it executable, great. And then we're going to run this hello world. Okay, so Swift package, let's put all those steps in there. So we got that. So we got hello world. And if we go into calculator, we have the calculator package. If we go to source, we have main, which is nothing. Okay, so far so good. Add Swift package manager as a dependency to Swift. So this is where the trouble typically begins. So let's go to package.swift and let's just, so that is interesting there. But if I go back to this import package description, executable targets, and then generate it. I mean, this looks interesting, but I think I need to look at the source code. Hopefully there's a project here where they show the exact source code. Does he have a source directory here? Projects. No. Yeah, that's what's kind of troubling is I don't see I don't see like a full working example here. I mean, this is just a tremendous amount of code. So we've got a mean Swift run calculator. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm gonna abandon ship here. Maybe it's the right approach. If I have to come back to this, I will. But I just want to use the Hello World command line tool. And if I go back to this Swift package here, let's look at one of the other ones. The banner, I think, was one of the ones I was playing around with, was this one. Let's go back here. Maybe they've updated the documentation. And let's go here. Let's go to this. Swift argument parser. Oh, look at this. We've got a 6 days ago update. So we implement your logic in here. So I want to do this. How do I run your example? Let's see if we can get this going here. This repository includes a few examples of using the library. Repeat. Yes, that's what I want. That's exactly what I want. I love this. So let's create a program called, I'm assuming I'm going to have to create this program called repeat. Now, did they tell you how to install this? Let's see. We go here. We go here. See the argument parser document. Getting started. Project status. Oh, I see. Adding this as a dependency. To use it, add it as a dependency in your project. I see. And this is the command line tool. So let's try it again. Let's go through here and let's. So I got that. And let's open up one more version of this. And let's go to the getting started. It should be getting started. That's what I care about. Okay, so two. This is pretty cool. So adding arguments as a dependency, argument parser. Okay, so this walks you through building an example app. That's exactly what I want. So once we built it, we'll be able to do this. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to start with the more simple one first here, which is the repeat. So if I go back to this documentation here, notice I had this. So let's do something similar, but to do repeat. So one more example. Okay. Say too much work. Too much work. Let's go to this one. Go to repeat. So I'm going to say make dir repeat and cd into repeat. So let's do that. Okay. And then we're going to make this an executable. There we go. And then we're going to run repeat. There we go. Swift run. Repeat. Does this work? It works. So in theory, this should be simple. So what do we do? The first thing we do is we add this stuff and we just swap this out for repeat. So I'm going to go back to use it, add it as a dependency for package in your command line tool. So we'll go to package, import package. See, look, there we go. Name is repeat. So if I just say, what happens if I put this below here just to compare? We got let package equal, here we go. So we can do that. Name is repeat. executable. So we say name is repeat, and then command line tool would be repeat. How about that? Does this look good? How about this? I don't even know what this is doing down here. Terminal will be reused. Whoa, that's a good sign. All right. And if we go to repeat, this source file would be called repeat.swift. So let's try it out. And sources main.swift. See, this is scary to me. Is why is this one called main.swift? And what is so this? I just don't understand the way it refers to source files. But let's try this. Get rid of this. And happens if I say Swift run repeat. Of course, main cannot be used in a module that contains top level code. So here's the problem is I just don't know enough about Swift modules yet to, it's a bummer that they don't give you like a full working example. Begin by declaring. So if I refer to this other example, if they could just show me the structure of like what's, or link to like a full working example. I think that's the real problem with the Swift documentation here is just it's impossible to find an example that has like a working project. The complete utility, let's see here. Here's a import foundations. We have all this. Getting started, documentation. Let's look at the documentation. Here's documentation. Okay, so we got this. It says by using it, you can create a command line tool. We import this. Argument parser. And if we go to the GitHub documentation, it's the same thing. Yep, same documentation. So, and add it to the main attribute. Finally, implement your command's logic in the run method. So if I just copy this, how is this different? This is what I got, right? So, and if I build this, it says main attribute cannot be used in a module that contains top level code. Main attribute. There's some magic that's happening here that I don't understand. What does that mean? Too much. Some file in your project is only allowed. I mean, so if I undo this, let's say print hello world, what happens if I make another one into sources called repeat? Whoa, sources, repeat, and I call this one repeat. Let's just call this one here. Let's make this one. Where's the documentation? Wait, you can see this. among Swift project tools. Let's do this. So here's our repeat. So what happens if I just create Swift? And if I just throw the repeat in there, which again is this one, what does this do? Repeat. But is it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Main attribute cannot be used in a module that contains top level code. Top level code defined in the source. Wow, this is. What does that do? Main attribute cannot be used in module names. Top level code defined in the source file. Wow, this is. It's just staggering that there's so few pieces of documentation around this. And if I go to this Swift format, so uses some advanced features. So this is a Swift project tool. So let's look at somebody's example here. So maybe this is what I needed. So he's got this. He does all this fancy stuff here. Whoa. Okay, next, what does he do? He has sources, Swift format. And if we go to main, what's inside of here? Oh, I mean, that's what's so crazy is Swift.format. Huh. And then if I look at one of these other ones here, and we look at the main, I don't even see a main in here. But if we go to this, version options Swift, this is part of Swift.org, argument parser. So in this project, collects the command tools and dispatches them to appropriate subcommands, defaults. So if I go back here, it looks like you would do this. You would put this inside of here. So let's remove RM. And if we go back to this thing, throw that in there. What is that? Why is this? And let's build it one more time. So it's run. So it says main.swift top level. Let's see if this gives us anything. Okay, good. So somebody else has the same problem as me. With Xcode, it seems impossible to compile example within a Swift package. I've reproduced the issue. I've searched it. I've created it. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So this is nice. Run. That's exactly okay. Let's put this in here. So at least I don't feel as stupid anymore. We'll just say another person had the same issue. And we'll do that. Okay. So what did they do? Let's look at this. And it's closed. I love this. You cannot have a main in a main.swift. Rename your file to anything like command.swift. Uh, okay. Seriously? Is it that simple? Let's cd, let's mv sources. If that's true, it's ridiculous. Come on. Wow. Whew. Okay, well, there we go. I guess I got this thing working. Wow, that was took months to get this fixed. So we'll run repeat and we'll say hello and we'll do dash count 5. Whoa. Shocking. This is amazing. Now I can get stuff working. So the other thing, now that I got this cooking, is you if I let's look at the get ignore here. And let's just CP this dot get ignore into repeat in case you have shenanigans. Say get add, repeat, get add, readme, add readme, get add, remove the calculator, get rm-rf calculator. Status. Okay. We're in really good shape here now. Here we go. Get add. Adding. I guess. Now, I guess I should be nice to this person who helped me out here and just say, wait, there you go. See? There we go. Nice. Okay. Now that I know how to build chameleon tools in Swift, I'm very excited because now I will try to build a calculator really, really quick. So I'm going to follow the documentation here. Let's go here. Let's go to README. Okay, so working, and I can put a thing here that says like working, need to rename main.swift. Okay, so let's build one more example. Let's build a calculator. So let's do calculator app, but let's build our own calculator, calc. So yeah, calculator. So we're going to do this one, calc. CD the calc. Calc. So let's do it. Let's go here. Let's do that. Calc. Okay, and then let's just rename, and then rename the calc sources Swift to sources calc command.swift. So this is critical. Like this is not something documented. Maybe just experts at Swift are just so good at this that I don't know, like people should know this. I don't know. But once you do that, step one. So this is step one. let's double check that it works still. And so we'll do, ooh, expressions are not allowed at the top level. So we're gonna need to add we're gonna need to add the argument parsing. So let's go to this, and we'll say step 2. Step 2. Add argument parsing. And we're going to go into package Swift, into package Swift. It's so this again. I'm going to do the same comparison thing. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to add name here. Like that. I'm just going to call this thing calc, like that. Get rid of this thing. Looks good. It's okay. So now if I do run, so it still doesn't like that that little bit of code there, which let's just do this to get rid of it for now. Well, there must be, it's missing, I think, the main function. So let's see if this tool is smart enough, Copilot. So build a tool that is a calculator. Let's see how smart this thing is. Okay. That's hilarious. Look at this. It's even pulling in somebody's source code. Let's see here. That's the first time I've seen actually Copilot pull in somebody's name, but it's not doing anything. It's hanging. So we need something like this. We need something like that. So let's get rid of that. And let's even change the prompt here. Let's say build a calculator. Calculator. Okay, so we got those. There we go. Calculator, command line calculator written Swift. Okay. What we got here? We got an adds 2 numbers. And do we need anything else? Let's run it. Okay, I'll find divide, subtract, multiply. Oh, subcommands. Let's just do add. Let's keep it simple. Let's get rid of this. And let's just do add. Ooh, look at this. Woo, Copilot is amazing. Add 2 and 2. Holy smokes. Not bad. All right. Well, this is making me actually tempted to think I'm on the verge of being able to be a Swift programmer. So that's good enough for today. Get status. Got 2 working apps. I'm going to change up here. I'm going to do the same thing. cp.getIgnore into calc here. Get status. Get add calc. And then let's add to the README to say, add argument parsing, and then step 3, write code in command.swift. There we go. That was all. And step 4. Run. We can do the history here. Look at the command that I ran. was that. There we go. So, all right. This is a good day. Victory. Read me commits, adding, working Swift tools. So I'm going to call it a day. I'll be back in a couple weeks and we'll keep building command line tools.